Hello dear students, welcome to Exambar. I hope all of you are doing very well, and today we are going to discuss the first chapter, the sentence of Sparkling English Grammar Standard 7. In this chapter, we will study the sentence and its parts. We will know what are the sentences and what are the parts of a sentence. And question tag, we will also discuss what is the question tag and how it is framed, types of sentences and transformation of sentences from positive to negative, negative to interrogative, and some other types also. So let's start the class and discuss all these points one by one. And my dear students, watch this video from the very beginning till end so that you may be able to get each and every point. So let's start with the first point, the sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words that makes a complete sense. I mean any group of words that gives you complete sense, that is a sentence. But a group of words that doesn't make a complete sense, that is not called a sentence. Let's take some examples. I wrote two groups of words. First one, an intelligent he is boy. An intelligent he is boy. This first group of words is not making any sense. That's why first group of words is not a sentence. We will call it not a sentence. Next one, laughed loudly Lena. Laughed loudly Lena. The second group of words is also not making any sense. That's why second one also is not a sentence. To make these groups of words a sentence, we must arrange these words in a proper order. So let's arrange these words in proper order. For number one, first of all, we must write subject. What is the subject? He. What is the subject? He. He. And helping verb is. He is. He is an intelligent. He is an intelligent. He is an intelligent boy. He is an intelligent boy. Now this group of words is giving us a complete meaning. That's why this is a sentence. Now this is a sentence. Second one. What is the subject here? Lena. Who is laughing? Lena. I mean, Lena is subject. Lena laughed. Lena laughed loudly. Lena laughed loudly. Now the second group of words is also making a sense. That is why now Lena laughed loudly is called a sentence. I think you got this point very well. Any group of any group of words that makes a sense is called a sentence. Now this one and this one, both 1 and 2 are sentences. So I think you got this point very well. Now what is the second point? Parts of sentence. Second point is parts of sentence. So let's discuss what are the parts of sentence. If I write a sentence has two parts. A sentence has two parts. What are those two parts? Those two parts are first one subject and second one object. Subject is what? Subject is who or what in a sentence. I mean anything, any person or anything that performs an action is called subject. Object, 1 minute. This is not object. Second part is called predicate. What is called? Predicate. Predicate. What is called predicate? First one subject and second one predicate. And other than subject, the remaining part of the sentence is called predicate. If anything has two parts and we take first one or second one, then other one is naturally separated. That's why now discuss as separate the subject and predicate in these sentences. First one. For the first one, he is an intelligent boy. Who is an intelligent boy? What is the answer? He. What is your answer? Answer is he. So he is subject here. What is he? He is subject. What is he? He is subject. And other remaining part from is to boy. From is to boy. This part is called predicate. What is it called? It is called predicate. For the second sentence, Lina laughed loudly. Who laughed loudly? Your answer will be Lina. Your answer will be Lina. So Lina is subject here. What is subject here? Lina. And other words including verb are predicate. So from here, except subject, this part is called predicate. What is called? Predicate. Predicate starts from the verb. I think you got this point very well. A sentence has two parts. What are those two parts? One subject and another one predicate. If we separate subject, then what is left? Predicate is left. So in first sentence, he is subject and is an intelligent boy. This portion is predicate. Second one, Lina is subject and laughed loudly is predicate. I think you got this point also very well. So now let's discuss point number 3, question tag. What is point number 3? Point number 3 is question tag. Dear students, when we discuss a question tag, then we must know some points. What are those points? We are going to discuss those points. What are those points? First one. A question tag is framed for reconfirmation of any statement. When we want to confirm the statement, then we make question tag. So in question tag, there is a statement. One is statement and other is question tag. What is that? Other is question tag. And here are some points to be noted. Those points are very important. First one, if question tag is positive, statement is positive. If statement is positive, then question tag will be negative. How it will be? Negative. If statement is negative, then question tag will be positive. It means statement and question tag will not be in same case. It means they will not be positive or negative. They will contradict each other. I think you got this point very well. And next point is what is the next point? We use only helping verb. We use helping verb. What we use? Helping verb for framing question tag. What we use? We use helping verb for framing question tag and pronoun. What we use? Pronoun in place of subject. In place of subject, we use only pronoun. We don't use noun here. Noun is not used in question tag. In question tag, we use only pronoun for any noun used as a subject of the statement. So now let's frame these question tag. So first one. This is an statement. He is an intelligent boy. This is an statement. This is a statement. And we are going to frame question tag of this one. So this statement is positive, then question tag will be negative. And we will use helping verb. What is the helping verb? And it will be in negative. Then we write isn't. What we write? Isn't. And what is the subject here? He. Then write he. Then the question tag for this statement will be isn't he? Isn't he? Next one. Lena laughed loudly. Now point to be noted here. This is V2. I mean this one is past indefinite tense. And the helping verb of past indefinite is did. What is that? Did. We use the same sentence in question tag also. The helping verb of past tense is did, and statement is positive. That's why question tag will be negative. It will be didn't. Now Lena is a noun, and noun is not used in question tag. That's why in place of Lena we will use she. What we will use? We will use she. Isn't, sorry, didn't she. Didn't she. Sorry. Didn't see. This is the question tag for second one. This is the question tag for second one. In this manner, your question tags are framed. I think you got this point very well. If you have any doubt, then watch this video again. So now let's discuss point number 3, types of sentences. What is that? That is types of sentences. I have already written the types of sentences. What are the types of sentences? Types of sentences are declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory and optative. There are 5 types of sentences. First one, imperative. What is that? First one, sorry, imperative not. That is declarative. What is that? Declarative. Declarative. Declarative sentence is also called assertive. What is called? Assertive sentence. And it can be positive or negative. It can be positive sentence. Positive also called affirmative. What is called? Affirmative sentence. And negative. Negative sentence. So declarative or assertive can be positive or negative. Interrogative sentence. What is the second one? Interrogative. Interrogative sentence. We start interrogative with a question word. With a question word or with a helping verb. Either with a question word or with a helping verb. Imperative sentence. What is that? Next one. Imperative sentences. In imperative sentences, we advise someone, we suggest someone, we order someone, we request someone. And this sentence starts with a verb. It starts with a verb. Generally subject you is missing. That is not written, that is only understood. Next one, exclamatory sentences. What is that? Exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences. Exclamatory sentences are used to express the sudden feelings. We use sudden feelings in exclamatory sentences, and this type of sentence contains a mark of exclamation. This is the most extinguishing feature of this type of sentences. Next one, optative. What is that optative? In optative sentences, we pray to God for someone, we bless someone, we curse someone. These type of sentences are written in optative sentences. So these are 5 types of sentences in your syllabus. What are those? Those are declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory and optative sentences. Now what are the transformation of sentences? In transformation of sentences, we change the sentences from negative to positive, positive to interrogative. This is called transformation. Let's have some example of transformation. First one, I wrote he is an intelligent, he is an intelligent boy. He is an intelligent boy. Now change this into negative. This is affirmative. What is this? This is affirmative sentence. Now change into negative. Change into negative. And in negative we can change into two types. One, meaning is not changed, and other one, meaning is changed. How the question is asked, it will be directed in the question. Meaning should be changed or not. Here we are going to change the meaning. He is an intelligent boy. He is not an intelligent boy. He is not an intelligent boy. Negative. Negative sentence. Here meaning is changed. He is intelligent boy. He is not intelligent. He is not an intelligent boy. If I write, he is not a weak boy. He is not a weak boy. This is also negative. How it is? This is also negative sentence, but meaning is not changed here. These two sentences have the same meaning, but this sentence has different meaning. This sentence has different meaning. So this process is called transformation. In transformation, we change the sentences from positive to negative, negative to interrogative, or interrogative to positive. In this process, we use different kinds of words. Sometimes opposite words, sometimes negative words, not, do not, does not, never, like this. So this is all about these points we discussed in the class. I think you got all these points very well. And dear students, like and share this video with your classmates and subscribe channel Examvar and press the bell icon to get the latest update of your class. And at last, thank you for watching this video.